Hello everybody, this is the Goofsome Fox coming at you with two matches here in the Moon Gundam. These are both going to be 700 cost matches here on Ravine, and they're both going to be rated matches as well. I believe these might also both be ace matches as well. I think I got both of these around the same time, and these are some really good matches, so I decided to use both of them here. And well, I'm going to need the extra time because I have a whole lot that I want to cover about the Moon Gundam here. So just basically starting off, the Moon Gundam is a 700 cost 4-star general, and it's alongside the Enhanced Double Zeta, the Dagdoll, the Zaku 4 IP, and the Level 3 Violent Custom were all recently added to the RT store. So we have a whole bunch of new 4-star suits that are going to be much more available to people. I believe they are 700 tickets each. Actually, no, I think they might be actually 500 tickets each. Somewhere between that range. And also alongside this, the Moon Gundam Long Rifle, which was a gacha weapon, yeah, that's also going to be available in the RT store, and this weapon can be used on the Moon Gundam and the Sazabi. I'm going to be using this weapon for both of these matches here, because it is a weapon that I did want to try, at least on the Sazabi for a while, which I haven't gone to yet, unfortunately, but I do plan on hopefully covering that in the future. But yeah, focusing on the Moon Gundam, if you did see some of my last Saturday stream I did, I was primarily playing this suit, and I had nothing but good to say about it. The Moon Gundam is a really nice 4-star general. I actually liked it a bit more than I thought it would. I've always been somebody who's been hard set on using the new Gundam as their main 400 general, and using this suit, well, you'll see at the end of both of these matches, the results really just speak for themselves. Yeah, this suit is a blast to play. And it was also buffed recently as well, which is something I'm going to get into here, because even though I didn't have the Moon Gundam before this, I still think it's important to at least cover the buffs, because some of this stuff does apply to other mobile suits as well, mainly just being the weapons. And I still just want to give my overall thoughts on really what we're seeing here with the Moon Gundam. So, since we have a whole lot to cover, I'm going to start jumping into it here. So, starting off with the unit features, the unit HP was increased from 21,500 to 23,000. The unit skill, Special Leg Buffer level 2, was increased to level 3, and Force Injector level 2 was increased to level 3. Now starting off with the main range weapon here, that being the Vogule Beam Rifle with Grenade Launcher. As the name suggests, this weapon can also be used with the Vogule, and the Vogule was also buffed with these unit adjustments. I should also mention that these are the March 2024 unit adjustments, in case you need a time frame for when this, I made this video if you're watching this, like, in the future. Yeah, this is around March 2024 here. And with the Vogule Beam Rifle, they increased the number of beams fired at one time from 6 to 7, and there is extended hit direction for focus fire to make it easier to hit the target. Now, I haven't tried this weapon yet. Really haven't been able to try the Vogule. I've been mainly using the long rifle here. Again, because it's a weapon that I really wanted to try. And that's really going to bring us into the next segment here, because the Moon Gundam Beam Rifle, or the Moon Gundam Long Rifle, that was also buffed as well. And what they did with this was that the heat rate was reduced from 75% to 70%, overheat was shortened from 20 seconds to 15 seconds, focus time was shortened from 3.5 to 3 seconds, they reduced the heat rate charging while it's focusing firing, and they increased the stagger accumulation value of the focus fire. So, yeah, the long rifle is a very nice weapon. I believe it can pierce as well if you have a full charge, and even if you do an uncharged shot, it does still count as an instant stun. So yeah, really good weapon overall. I can't wait to try this on the Sazabi. Sazabi is another suit that did get buffed as well, so again, something I do want to try in the future. The Moon Gundam Beam Tomahawk, its power was increased from 2,900 to 3,050, and the combo attack compensation was increased. That's just your main melee weapon there. The Head Vulcan Gun times 2 was buffed, the stagger accumulation value was increased, and yeah, I can confirm these Vulcans are really good for getting stuns. They're also really good damage dealers as well compared to other Vulcans. Even one of the high-cost Vulcans, I feel like these are some of the best ones that I have used so far. The Butterfly Edge, this is a pretty nice weapon. The Vogule has these as well, and these are pretty much a ranged melee weapon. As you can see there, you can throw them, and again, they do count as melee weapons, so they will stop anything that is boosting towards you, which is really nice. What they did with these is that the power was increased from 15,000 to 17,050, reload time was shortened from 12 seconds to 8 seconds, and they extended the hit detection for focused fire to make it easier to hit the target. Not really sure what they mean by that, since these weapons don't focus fire. I'm assuming they might just mean something else, and that's maybe just the way it was translated, but other than that, yeah, shortened reload time. Reload times is going to be something I'm going to focus on when I get to the end of the buffs here. The Psycho Plates launch. These are lock-on plates. You'll see me use them a lot here, like right now. And as you can see, this kind of like go down in a row, and they will do some damage before they return to you. They reduce the time between shooting and the attack starts. Pretty simple thing there. You have the Psycho Plates Defend. This is very similar to the Phoenix, how it can use its armed armors as a shield. What they did with this for the buffs is that the overheat was shortened from 20 seconds to 16 seconds. So, yep, very nice there. And then the Beam Rifle Grenade Launcher sub-weapon. This comes with the Vogule Beam Rifle. Projectile speed was increased, and the stagger accumulation value was increased. And finally, for the skill Psycho Plate Resonance, this is what happens when your suit gets down to 50%, I believe. They increase the melee attack compensation, which I think basically means that your melee compensation goes from 2 to 3. So I believe that means you should be able to clash with raids, which I think I've seen happen in one of these matches, or it could be a different one, but I do remember moments where this was activated and I did clash with a raid. So yeah, pretty nice skill to have there. And then increase thruster consumption reduction. So I guess when you're in this form, you will have less thruster reduction. So that means more thrusters to work with, which again is always very nice. And that is everything there for the buffs. So before I move on to my overall thoughts on the Moon Gundam, really want to go into detail with it. We're going to end off with this first match here, timeout mission over. And I really wanted to show this one first because, as I said, the results are going to speak for themselves when you see, yeah, top individual, top assist, and top damage dealt for this match. And next, you're going to see, yeah, first place, high score in individual, in damage dealt, and mobile suit kills. New high scores for all of that, and this isn't the only time I've gotten new high scores with this suit either. So, yeah, it's a very strong suit, and this is going to move on to the next ace match here. Yeah, so it's going to be in the same conditions as the last one was, 700 cost ace match on Ravine. Man, yeah, so really just wanted to say, you know, everything I kind of said about the stream that I made with this. I really didn't want to go too much into detail during the stream because I did want to leave a lot of it for this video here. And as I said at the beginning, I absolutely love playing the Moon Gundam. I think it is a really fantastic suit. I'm assuming the buffs may have had a hand in helping with that, because looking at its reference data, the average win rate for a general at 700 was 51, like a flat 51. This suit had a 46.1, and even its rival win rate, which is average of 51.7, this suit was hitting a 41.4. So looking at the numbers, the suit must have not been doing that well. So yeah, I can't really even speak for it because I did not have this before they buffed it and before it was added to the RT store. And I mean, I can kind of understand it too, because 700 is one of those costs where usually when we get a new general, it's like the main thing for a while. Like how you have the unicorn that will show up, or you have like the Banshee Norn. That was one for a very long time. I feel like playing my matches here, I really haven't seen it that much. As much, I think more people are trying to use the suits that are in the RT store now, so I think it's been kind of helping, like, mitigate the amount of, like, main meta suits there used to be. I'm also seeing a lot more Sazabis, because again, I think people are trying to test out the buffs, and see if the suit is any good, because the Sazabi is a suit that I've always felt like needed to get another buff. I think it was only buffed once, and it really didn't do much, so that's a suit I can kind of speak a bit more of. But for the Moon Gundam, there's a lot of really good pros I can name with this. The main one, like one of the main ones here, is going to be the reload times. This suit is able to recover its weapons fairly quickly. The only thing that I think kind of takes some time to ready up again is probably going to be the long rifle if you overheat it. That's really the only one where I feel like it's going to be like out of commission for like a longer period of time than the other weapons. Everything else that this suit uses, it readies up quickly. The butterfly edges, they ready up quickly. The psycho plates, those things ready up faster than I would think they would. And I mean that for both forms of it, both the attack one and the defend one. And the defend one is really good to have, especially at 700. It can tank a decent amount of damage before it, has to retract, and it'll just go back to the normal position on the back of the mobile suit. But it is a very nice thing to have. I think it tanks a lot more than the new Gundam's shield does. The new Gundam, the HWS, that one's beam shield with the funnels, that one definitely tanks a lot more than other new variants, but the difference with this one here is that, and again, this is the same thing that I think the Phoenix can do, the Moon Gundam's defense shields can block melee attacks. So if you have a raid that is trying to charge you and you need to quickly pop up your shields, it will tank some of that damage and hopefully give you a better chance of escaping. Because, if an enemy tries to melee you, they're going to stop moving. So that's going to allow you some time to maybe try to make up that distance between you and them. So that's another really good pro with this suit here. And honestly, yeah, there's like really not much for cons I can name. It's also a good damage dealer. And like you saw that first match that I had that showed just how much damage I was able to achieve with it. And now it seems like whatever damage issues this had in the past, because it also looked like from the reference data that the damage was also really low. Yeah, that's definitely not going to be the case anymore, because this suit, if you know how to do the combos, you can dish out a lot of damage. One of my favorite ones to do with this suit has to be melee into the butterfly edge back into melee. I think that's one of the best combos you can do in terms of melee, mainly because the butterfly edges do a lot of good melee damage, and since it does require you to be at a distance, you can boost back, throw them, and as you're boosting forward, as long as you keep your eye on your targets, you can have your melee ready, and again, you'll just be all set. So, very nice combo there. Another good thing with it too is that if you are paired with another teammate, and if they knock a teammate over, if they don't knock a teammate over, if your teammate knocks an enemy over, I definitely recommend trying to use the Psycho Plates attack if they are ready, because if you land like all of those plates, the amount of damage that you are going to do is actually kind of ridiculous. You are going to do a really hefty amount of damage, especially depending on what you're attacking as well. If you're attacking a toppled raid, they're just gonna lose like most of the health. Like it's almost a guarantee. That's how good the Psycho Plates can be in that situation over a toppled enemy. So yeah, lots of really nice things to say about the Moon Gundam here. I already mentioned the Vulcans are a really nice pair of Vulcans. Really good damage and really good for staggering. Like, it's just, like, again, I'm pretty sure this would have something to maybe do with the buffs, just looking at the reference data. But this suit just feels really good, and I'm definitely going to start maining this as my main 700 general. Like it's like that one like Fairly Odd Parents meme with Trixie. Is it Trixie? I don't remember the character's name, but it's like when she rips up the photo and it's like, "You're my new best friend." That's exactly how I feel with this suit and like the new Gundam. Like this suit is my new best friend when it comes to a 700 4-star general, and I really think that's going to be the case for a while. Playing the Phoenix, which is the only unicorn type I have, I already don't think the unicorns are going to match the way I play the game that well. And I think it's another thing too that was brought up during the stream is that the Moon Gundam is a fairly simple general. It really doesn't take that much. Like you can play it basically and you'll do just fine. But if you know those combos, that's when you're really going to start doing the most damage. And as we saw there, like over 4,000 damage to like the Sazabi there on a downswing. So yeah, really nice damage. But yeah, I think that's pretty much the best way I can summarize this suit. It is like a simple to use suit, but also just really powerful in the right hands. And one more thing I should mention, because I don't have it here unfortunately, but the special counter you get when you have the Psycho Resonance activated, and you know, typically with the 4 stars you get that special counter. It's got to be one of the best counter animations in the game, so just one more thing I wanted to point out here, but it's going to be timeout mission over, and I will take a look at this match here as well. I believe this might actually be my first match using this suit, if I remember correctly, but top in individual and top in damage, and you can see first place with 6 kills and 2 losses, not too shabby there. And yeah, that's going to do it for both of my matches here in the Moon Gundam, and I think it really wraps up my thoughts on it as well. And yeah, again, just really big fan of this suit. I think if there's any suit that's worth getting from the new RT drops, I definitely think the Moon Gundam is going to be the main choice I would have. Zaku 4 IP, I tried it when it was a simulator suit, and I really wasn't digging that one. And the Dagdoll, I'm not really sure the Dagdoll stands, because that suit has been buffed so many times. But I have been seeing a few more Dagdolls as well, so I'm assuming it might be in a better state, but it's one of those things that we're just going to have to wait and see. And I do have the enhanced Double Zeta as well. I got that from like that free 4-star pool. So that is another suit that I do mean to try in the future as well in some points. But yeah, Moon Gundam, I think it's a pretty good purchase if you have the RT tickets for it. And I would also recommend getting the long rifle. I think the long rifle is also a really nice weapon that really pairs well with this suit. So yeah, that's going to be it for me here. And yeah, you know, comment down below what you think about the Moon Gundam, especially in its current state. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And with that, I will see you all in the next one. Later.